From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Thursday, December 20th, 2018. Silver is trading at $14.80 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,261 per ounce. Zen is trading at $6, and the average price of Bitcoin is $4,085. Antiwar.com reports, according to reports on Saudi state-run TV, Saudi warplanes attacked an air base in the Yemeni capital city of Sana'a. The official narrative claimed that they saw a drone on the ground preparing to carry out an attack. This was the first major attack since last week's peace talks. The attacks hit the immediate outskirts of the Sana'a International Airport, which during peace talks were agreed to be safely reopened. Meanwhile, the other major agreement of the talks, the ceasefire in Hodeidah, continues to tentatively hold. Both sides are accusing the other of violations, and the locals are reporting explosions and gunfire somewhat throughout the day. Still, the ceasefire is more or less holding for now. Officials are urging the UN to scramble monitors into the area to keep an eye on the ceasefire with hopes that the deal can be saved. Under the deal, all factions are to remove forces from Hodeidah within 21 days of the ceasefire, which began Tuesday. The pullouts still aren't really happening, but this is unsurprising as both sides don't trust the other to keep their bargain without UN monitors in place. In 1999, Daryl W. Perry began a search for traditional values, which led him down a path to the ideas of liberty. He tells the story in A Rebel's Journey, My Path to Liberty. Of the book, Dr. Brian Sovereign says, "Sometimes it's funny, and sometimes I think it's crazy, but it's always authentic." Ask for A Rebel's Journey wherever books are sold, or visit arebelsjourney.com. UPI reports Uber is launching a program that encourages drivers to report any suspicious activity of riders to the police. The program, which is coordinated with Crime Stoppers USA, will launch in 5 U.S. cities: Jacksonville, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, Indianapolis, Indiana, New Orleans, Louisiana, and Las Vegas, Nevada. It will utilize an app that allows drivers to send anonymous tips to law enforcement via Crime Stoppers, which already has networks set up in those 5 cities. Crime Stoppers sometimes gives cash rewards to tipsters, and Uber drivers will be eligible for compensation. Drivers, however, will not receive any special training about what activity they should report. Barb Burgeon, chairwoman of Crime Stoppers USA, told UPI they are encouraged to report any information that they see or hear about during their travel, adding, Uber encourages the drivers to beware of potential human trafficking situations and other crimes. Bottom line is, if drivers are concerned or suspicious, they are encouraged to report. Zencash is now Horizon. Horizon is a privacy platform built on zero-knowledge technology with a decentralized secure node architecture. The Horizon platform enables real-life uses beyond currency, including the ability to privately chat with other people. Soon, Horizon will enable you to publish information and go anywhere on the web, all with complete privacy. Horizon, bringing privacy to life. Learn more at horizon.global, HORIZEN.global. Reuters reports a federal judge on Wednesday struck down Trump administration policies aimed at restricting asylum claims by people citing gang or domestic violence in their home countries and ordered the U.S. government to bring back 6 deported migrants to reconsider their cases. The ruling is the latest legal setback for the White House on immigration. Last month, the judge in San Francisco ordered a halt to a policy that prevented those entering illegally from Mexico from seeking asylum. The policy at the center of Wednesday's ruling sought to limit the ability of immigrants to fight expedited deportation by narrowing the grounds for claiming credible fear if they returned home, the first step in a long asylum process. Thousands of people have traveled this year towards the southern U.S. border to escape gang violence and poverty in Honduras and El Salvador. The policy was challenged in a District of Columbia lawsuit brought by a dozen adults and children. U.S. Judge Emmett Sullivan said in a 107-page opinion that the policy violated both immigration and administrative law. Sullivan wrote, "And because it is the will of Congress, not the whims of the executive, that determines the standard for expedited removal, the court finds that those policies are unlawful." In a statement, the DOJ said administration policies sought to follow Congress's requirements that asylum be limited to those with a fear of persecution based on their race, nationality, religion, political opinion, or membership in a social group. For the last 3 months of 2017, the most recent numbers, the government conducted about 6,000 credible fear interviews monthly. The vast majority passed those interviews, allowing them to make their case for asylum in front of a U.S. immigration judge. The ruling clears the way for 4 mothers and 2 children to be returned to the United States. This has been FPP Radio News, online at FPPRadio.com.